Africa's building materials industry is amongst the most dynamic investment destinations on the continent. This has emerged at the Nedbank Africa Investment Conference that's just concluded here in South Africa. We spoke to Surendra Bhatia, who's Deputy Managing Director of Kenya's Athi River Mining, about the cement industry in East Africa.
We are right at the start of the curve of the cement consumption. We are still just providing basic housing to our people. Infrastructure is just starting to come in. We have to put in our airports, our ports, we have to put in our roads, the bridges, the flyovers. We have to provide permanent housing to all our people. So we feel that cement going forward is going to be the key driver of the economic growth in the region. Therefore, we as a cement company believe in the cement story, and we believe that's the right space to be in.
Kenyan cement production companies have also leveraged their ability to produce power to improve synergies in the sector.
There's a lot of synergy between us going into power and our cement production. One, as you rightly mentioned, it's the coal. We are going to be using the same coal source to produce electricity as we use in our cement plants. It's the same coal which we import from South Africa. More importantly, one of the reasons why we don't see coal-based power plants in East Africa region is because there's an environmental factor. What do we do with the coal ash which is produced? Now, coal ash can be used by the cement industry as an additive. It makes perfect sense and synergy for us to use a byproduct from the power plant into our cement manufacturing process, and at the same time take away the environment hazard which it may create if it was not put to use. It matches perfectly, and we see the synergies between power and cement. Power is the total cement consumption. We have 42% of our energy is used in cement. 42% of the total cost is energy cost. A stable source of power would not only ensure that our capacities are run to full capacity, but it will also ensure that we are getting stable power which will reduce the maintenance costs of a cement plant. So there are several synergies which come into play in terms of the cement as well as in terms of the power project.
The falling shilling is a source of deep concern, but Bhatia says companies in the sector can still evolve sound business models to protect their bottom lines.
There are two ways of looking at it. Is a falling shilling good for the economy? Obviously, no. A stable currency is better. Depreciating currency adds to the inflation problems. We already have a high inflation rate. High inflation rates takes away the buying power of the people, and therefore the economy is likely to slow down if the currency continues to depreciate. But then we look at it from our company point of view. Right. We have 20% of our revenue coming out of dollar-based sales. Now we sell our lime to the gold mines, to the copper mines, to the uranium mines. These are all dollarized sales. We export our products to about 18 countries on the east coast and west coast of Africa. These are dollarized sales. Now, a depreciating shilling therefore has some good impact on us as a company, because our revenues go up, our competitiveness increases. So to that fact, we are not going to be impacted at the same level as other companies in the region. Now, how do we balance it? Now, currency fluctuations are something which are not in a company's control. These are macroeconomic factors which come into play. How do we balance that? How do we mitigate the impact of such a shilling fall? The only thing which we can do is to dollarize our exports, get more and more dollar revenues, so that over a period of time we balance the depreciating shilling versus a increased dollar revenue.
How can Africa at large create Pan-African policy strategies get towards growth in private enterprise?
In a very simple language, I would say the future of Africa depends on us being able to integrate as one unit. It's very important because it allows us to share our strengths and overcome our weaknesses by integration. Now, the strengths which every market has is quite different. We have a rich mineral base in Kenya. We may not have it in some other parts of Africa. In some other parts of Africa, we may have another resource which may not be available. Now, if we are to share our resources and convert these resources into value-add products by regional integration, I think that would be the best model for us to grow Africa into a very developed world.